Hurt me is for you not to stand there and straighten that out. And I'm gonna tell you something. It made me feel some kind of way about you. That's the real problem.
Just when you thought the drama on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta couldn't get any more chaotic, think again. The latest feud is bringing receipts, regrets, and some seriously jaw-dropping moments. Just when fans believed Rasheeda and Michelle's decade-long tension had finally cooled, a shocking new accusation has set things off again. Rumor has it that Michelle has been getting close to Kirk Frost, and, as expected, the fallout is as dramatic as it gets. For context, Kirk has been embroiled in controversy for years due to his history of cheating, but this latest twist takes things to a whole new level. When Rasheeda caught wind of the rumors, she wasted no time, hitting social media with a fiery warning aimed straight at Michelle. Now fans are scrambling to figure out what's true, what's false, and why this feud seems impossible to resolve.
This whole thing just took me back to that place. When the situation happened, it sometimes triggers me. It can make me super angry at times and shut down, or it can make me snap the out and, I'm human.
Let's dive into this drama that's taken over the internet. But first, we need to rewind to 2012, the beginning of it all. The tension between Rasheeda and Michelle kicked off during the early days of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, centered around Michelle's accusations of abuse against her ex, Memphis. Michelle publicly claimed Memphis had physically harmed her and used her money to live a lavish lifestyle. While many supported Michelle, Rasheeda stood by Toya Wright, Memphis's wife at the time, and accused Michelle of lying. Rasheeda's loyalty to Toya didn't sit well with Michelle, who responded by accusing Rasheeda of using her pain for clout and questioning her loyalty. The situation escalated quickly, with heated arguments and insults flying between them. During a reunion episode, things almost got physical, leaving fans stunned as Rasheeda doubled down on her belief that Michelle was lying and demanded accountability from those who doubted her. Over the years, the rivalry didn't fade. Michelle continued to take jabs at Rasheeda, mocking her rap career and personal life. Rasheeda, on the other hand, rarely responded, but stood firm in her stance that she'd done nothing wrong. Their animosity became one of the most talked about rivalries on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. And just when everyone thought the drama had settled down, Kirk entered the picture, making the situation even messier than before. For years, Kirk Frost has been a central figure in both Rasheeda's life and her controversies. His history of infidelity has played out in the public eye on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, with some of the most explosive storylines centered around his betrayals. One of the most notorious scandals involved Jasmine Washington, a former stripper who claimed that Kirk was the father of her child. Initially, Kirk denied even knowing Jasmine, but a DNA test revealed he was indeed the father, turning the situation into a public spectacle. Fans were quick to criticize Kirk for his dishonesty, but many also questioned Rasheeda's decision to stay in the marriage despite the humiliation. This became a prime target for Michelle's criticism. Michelle often criticized Rasheeda's marriage, accusing her of sticking by Kirk despite his repeated disrespect. In interviews and even in her music, Michelle shamed Rasheeda for prioritizing appearances over self-respect. In her song F Your Man, Michelle called out Kirk's infidelity and Rasheeda's choice to forgive him, adding more fuel to their already fiery feud. Now, with rumors suggesting Michelle may be involved with Kirk herself, the drama has reached a whole new level. Rasheeda, who had previously kept quiet about Kirk's past, didn't hold back this time. In a recent Instagram Live where she directly confronted Michelle, it's clear just how personal this situation has become.
I understand it was embarrassing. I get it. I embarrassed myself. I embarrassed my kids. I already said it. I have definitely not cheated with Jasmine. I am definitely not trying to cheat with Jasmine. There is none of that going on.
The rumored connection between Kirk and Michelle has reopened old wounds, bringing their long-standing feud back into the public eye. For many fans, the real question isn't just whether the allegation is true, but how it will impact the already complex relationship between Rasheeda and Michelle. Given Kirk's history of messy affairs, it's no surprise that people are scrutinizing his involvement in this new controversy. Rasheeda's recent Instagram Live has definitely turned up the heat, and not in a good way. In a fiery, no-holds-barred rant, she addressed the allegations head-on. Rasheeda denied any wrongdoing on her or Kirk's part, calling the accusations baseless. Without directly naming Michelle, she made it clear that people like to drag her name through the mud to stay relevant, but warned, you can play those games with somebody else. Her tone made it clear she wasn't looking for apologies or reconciliation. Rasheeda also stood by her position from years ago, stating that she never tried to discredit anyone's truth but was simply defending a friend. This didn't sit well with Michelle, who quickly fired back. In her own Instagram Live session, Michelle, known for her bluntness, claimed that Rasheeda still owed her a real apology. She accused Rasheeda of lying when it mattered most, saying, "You want to act like you're above it all, but you were one of the loudest voices calling me a liar when I was just trying to tell my story. You think I forgot? Well, baby, I don't forget." Fans quickly took to social media, and the reactions were nothing short of explosive. One Twitter user wrote, "Rasheeda's acting all innocent now, but let's not forget how hard she came for K. Michelle back in the day. Where's the accountability?" On the other hand, some defended Rasheeda, commenting, "Michelle's always looking for a fight. Rasheeda moved on. Why can't she?" Instagram comment sections were equally divided. While some criticized Rasheeda for her perceived hypocrisy, others threw shade at Michelle for recycling old drama to stay relevant. A viral TikTok even parodied the feud, with a creator mimicking both women's rants, captioning it, "2024 and they're still arguing over 2012 drama." Oh, iconic but exhausting. It's clear that the internet can't agree on a side, and once again, the feud has become a cultural talking point.
Happens. When you've been married for going on 25 years and been in a relationship with somebody who you lived your life with, you got things to think about before you throw everything away.
While Rasheeda and Michelle are busy throwing verbal punches, one person seems to be avoiding all the heat: Kirk Frost himself. His role in this drama can't be ignored, especially since the rumor about K. Michelle allegedly dating Kirk is what reignited the firestorm in the first place. Kirk has a well-known history of poor decisions, from cheating scandals to love child revelations. Fans are starting to ask the obvious question: why isn't more of the blame being directed at him? One comment on the Shade Room's post hit the nail on the head. Kirk has been embarrassing Rasheeda for years, and now she's mad at K. Michelle? Sis, aim that smoke at the right person. Some fans believe Rasheeda's reluctance to confront Kirk is tied to her public image. As one user pointed out, Rasheeda's brand is built around being the loyal ride-or-die wife, and calling out Kirk too harshly would ruin the image she's spent years cultivating. Rasheeda has built her empire on loyalty, so targeting Michelle is an easier choice than addressing her husband's messy past. On the flip side, some believe Michelle is just stirring the pot unnecessarily. A popular Reddit thread pointed out how K. Michelle has a history of reopening old wounds long after they've settled. One user wrote, "Michelle loves to bring up old receipts, but she's not innocent either. If she really dated Kirk, she's part of the problem." It's also worth noting Kirk's silence throughout all of this. He hasn't publicly addressed the rumors, leaving both women to fight it out while he stays on the sidelines. Some fans see this as classic Kirk, letting the women around him absorb the fallout while he walks away unscathed. Ultimately, the real question isn't just about who's telling the truth, but why the blame keeps shifting back and forth between Rasheeda and Michelle while Kirk remains conveniently out of the spotlight. As one Instagram commenter put it, "This whole situation is messy, but one thing's for sure, Kirk's the common denominator in all this drama." Rasheeda needs to wake up. With tensions running this high, it doesn't look like this feud will die down anytime soon, and Kirk's role in the drama is bound to come under scrutiny eventually. So, where does this leave us? Is this just the latest chapter in an ongoing feud, or is there more to come? At its core, this situation seems like a tangled mess of unresolved issues, personal grudges, and public perception. Michelle continues to stand by her claim that Rasheeda discredited her when she needed support the most. Meanwhile, Rasheeda seems focused on protecting her family's reputation, brushing off any suggestion that the recent allegations hold any truth. But the bigger question is, what about Kirk Frost? His silence on the dating rumor speaks volumes. Maybe it's just another way to deflect blame. Given his history of infidelity, it's no surprise people are raising eyebrows at his involvement. At the same time, Rasheeda's choice to direct her energy at Michelle rather than addressing Kirk directly has many fans questioning her priorities. But what do you think? Do you believe Michelle and Kirk were ever actually involved, or is this just a baseless rumor making things worse? Should Rasheeda be confronting Kirk instead of focusing on Michelle? And maybe the biggest question of all, will Rasheeda and Michelle ever make peace? Or is this feud destined to keep resurfacing for years? Drop your thoughts in the comments and make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more updates.